There it is, 19th of October. Partly cloudy. Supposed to start raining later on today. It was raining yesterday. It was down below freezing last night. Frost on the road. Skim ice on the puddles. And it's probably going to be dripping back in the brush. But if I don't go out today, then no telling when I'll get out again. So I'm bundled up. I got to make a little course change out there where I'm working. And we'll see how far I get. Well, this is where it starts getting interesting. It's dripping back here. Put a flag up there. Oh, it got dark in here all of a sudden. Tight turns. Now I'm getting rained on. Let's see, what did I do here? That's okay, I gotta go that way, but I want to put a flag here too. And while I'm here, might as well do a little work to take some of this out, so I don't have to back around this curb too much. Okay. wearing these tinted goggles in here, and it's hard to see in the shade. Ooh. Okay, I did a little more clearing. This section from here on I hadn't drove, I'd walked it and cleared, but it's hard to judge what you got to do until you get a wheeler in here. And what am I hung up on here? Okay. Got a willow clump there. Got to cut a little more to the left. Keeps wanting to grab that wheel. Okay, I gotta do some more work here. I'm gonna keep going that way. Okay, try again. Fogged up again here. Okay. Okay, this is where I quarter right across the mud hole. I'm gonna get my goggles down here, get some fog off of it. I don't know if it'll show up here, but you can see the water dripping off everything. I want to take these stumps out of here. It puts you at a wrong angle to go across here. So I'll pop them out while I'm here. Okay, let's see how this goes. Get the goggles down. Stumps. Hung up. Here. Okay, I gotta work. Okay, there's the problem right there. Had a stump. Hung up on the front end. Kept throwing me sideways. Got another stump on the right side here. So back to work. Here's the problem right here. A little bit of a berm with stumps in the middle of it. Mud hole there. I did a bunch of clearing. Now to see if I can get this straightened up a bit and get out of here. Okay, that pulled right out. I got a little ditch here, but it's dry. Got a log across the end there. See what develops here. Easy peasy. Oops. Big stump. Had to use diff lock on that. Over there. And this one keeps throwing me around. All kinds of stuff underneath here wants to grab your steering. Another log underneath right there. Okay, well, got to throw some of this stuff off here. Okay, I got through that stuff over there. I had to get a few more stumps out of the way. Over there is the trail that I wasn't able to get down over that berm. This, I think, is the way I got to go. There's a creek running right there, and I got to go up this way and connect over there. It shouldn't be too far or too bad. We'll see, but it's getting hot under this helmet, so I'm going to be taking that off. Okay, got a whole bunch of little stumps under there. But looks like I made it through, hopefully. Don't know till I get the wheeler up there. I flagged this entrance. Want to get up the other side, I'll have to pull them other flags so nobody goes out that way. I get these sweaty gloves on. I had to stop and chug down a jug of water and change the battery in the beaver. Okay. God damn foggy glasses. Got to put some on when I get home. Yeah, just like I thought, when I get up here, it needs some work. That one there's got to come out. So, back to work for just a minute. Okay, let's see how this goes. Goggles. Gotta have the goggles on. I should take this out here. I'll do that in a second. Log. Jesus Christ. Logs all over the place. But take out this stuff behind me at first. Okay, it's a never-ending what's next. That looks like used to be a bridge here. Went up over that way. Anyway. This thing is sticking out just a little too far. I kept getting hung up on it. You can't go too far that way, you're in the ditch. So I got to do some little work here. It's always something. Okay, let's see how this goes. Did some whittling here. Now I've got to change my angle. Try it again. Hallelujah. Well, that needs some more work in there, but like I always said, this trail ain't for the wimps. I've got a I ain't got time to do it today. This isn't a very long log. It's only this long. That's pretty rotten. I don't know, maybe I could roll it. No, it's in there pretty good. Next time I come in, get the winch on it. Or maybe have somebody with me and then we can roll it. Just gotta roll it right over the end here. Anywho. That was the worst of it. Get my jacket on. Have a drink of water. Okay. Really worked up a sweat in there. Remember to do this. Ooh. Nope. I remember this. Go that way and hang up on the log. Gotta go this way. Okay, up the hill. A little bit more. That's it. I went all the way. That's from those of you that have been watching from the beginning. I started around 2012, just coming in here with the Rokon. Just exploring. 2012, 2010, something like that. But I didn't start working on getting it opened up enough for everybody to drive till I got the old Foreman, so I could carry more gear. This trail still needs some work. Smooth it up a little bit. Widen out some of them turns. But it ain't for side-by-sides. And it ain't for people that want to go fast. And it sure as hell ain't for newbies. But that's it. I'm going to head back to the truck. Clouds moving in. Hopefully I'll make it before I get rained on. And hopefully Jim got out today. He was saying he was going to go out to Utopia. But I'll see him tomorrow. Laugh at him. Get him to come out here. And thank all the rest of you for bearing with me on this. See you when the sun shines.